All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Is the microphone on? Good morning. Welcome to our morning note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Hope everyone's having a great morning. Let's talk about it. It is July 30th, 2021 on a Friday. Where did the month go? It flew by. Wow, we're almost in August. So let's go ahead and rock and roll. All right, before we begin, make sure to click bottom right-hand corner of your screen. There's a little white logo, white icon. Click on that. Turn on notifications, like our videos, subscribe to our channel. Really do appreciate it as always. Let's go ahead and talk about the market, shall we? Dow futures are down 91 points. NASDAQ futures are bouncing from lower levels, down 169. S&P futures down 27, 43.84. Russell 2000 is down 0.44%, 22.27. And crude oil is basically flat, 73.56 a barrel. Gold futures are down 0.46% at 18.27. Silver futures are down about 0.92%, 25.54. 10-year Treasury at 1.25% yield. The dollar is bouncing slightly, while 0.13%, 91.98 on the index. The VIX is up 6.55% at 1886. Again, we know that 20 level is the level we're watching for. Let me go ahead and bring up the chat here, just in case you guys have questions. Euro dollar down 5 pips, 118.80 for my forex people, 109.78 for the dollar again, up 31 pips. Currently, Ethereum did break 2400 last night, fell a little bit, 2347 on the future side. Bitcoin futures at 38,800, down 2.41. So really the big news yesterday was Amazon missing revenue forecasts, their revenue target, or revenue numbers for the first time in 3 years, and actually lowered guidance. So not really the best thing that you want to see, especially if you had QQQ calls or anything like that, or you're long NASDAQ here. That's going to be our loss of the week on that one, unfortunately. QQQ took a little bit of a hit. Let's take a look at NASDAQ together and do some charting real quick. Let's look at Amazon. We're at 33.49, right above that 50-day moving average. We were actually lower. We were actually testing the 100-day. So you can see a little bit of a bounce. 33.49, excuse me. So right near, actually we're past the 50. So we're going to be opening probably right around this level. 33.43 is a good level to buy more shares. I would say wait a little bit and see if you can get to 32.69. See if you can get a little more of a savings in there. But again, if you wanted to buy Amazon today, I'm not against it. I think Amazon is an amazing company. Again, lower than expected revenue compared to last year, obviously with COVID, and their earnings forecast were lower. So again, a lot of price target cuts by the investment banks. These things happen. 31.38 would be nice to buy because that would be the lower end of the range. We did have a breakout on the daily, but again, we're coming back down now. 33.43 would be a nice level as your support level 1, the 100-day, and then after that will be 32.69 for the 200-day, and below that 31.36 would be a nice level to buy. So again, even if you didn't buy Amazon today, you didn't rush in, that's okay. I'm not rushing to buy it either. Again, I have shares already, but again, let's see if we can get some people to maybe sell it off a little more and see if we can get a good price. So again, guys, remember, Amazon is going to be fine long term. That's not a problem. Again, they had really, really solid numbers. Profit margins weren't the best. Again, a lot more cash burn, and that's completely fine because they're hiring more people. They're still in the growth stage. We know that. But again, in comparison to the other other tech, Microsoft had a really, really great call. I liked their earnings. Apple, amazing quarter. Facebook had a great quarter. Snapchat, really good quarter. Obviously, you could see how their stock rose. But really, out of all of them, Apple, let's say we call it the Fang Man, if you want to call it, that's Facebook, Apple, Amazon, or Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Google, and Microsoft, Apple, and Netflix. Fang Man. Think of that acronym, because N would be Nvidia, and the other N would be Netflix. Netflix, again, I wouldn't really count them as mega tech favorites for me. I don't own them anymore. Again, I had profits. I sold shares on that a while back. But again, out of Fangman, if we wrote that down, it's Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google, Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia. So that's Fang Man. This is I've heard before from a long time ago. So out of all those, obviously Nvidia hasn't reported. But from all of those right now, Google had the best earnings report. I would rank Apple's number 2, Microsoft number 3, Facebook number 4, and then Amazon there number 5, and then 6 would have been Netflix. So again, still great companies, but again, earnings reports, we care, we want to see that. So again, if you want to read the quarterly report, take a look at one of our posts on Instagram, the Quarter app. I spoke to the person who actually made the app, really nice gentleman out of Sweden. Again, really, really cool app. Again, offered us to advertise for them. Again, I don't advertise or I don't want to recommend anything that I wouldn't use personally. And again, I use the app. I think it's amazing. It's a free app, no sign up. So again, try it out. You guys will love it. So back to that. So Amazon again, 33.41, now below the 100-day moving average. Could be a good level to buy. Again, we'll see how the price action goes. Again, I'm not in a rush to buy anything right now. I want to see if I can get a little more of a discount. Call me a little greedy, but I want a little more. Okay, so let's going to go back to the markets here. Let me go ahead and bring this up. A couple levels I'm watching today. Let's go and bring up E-mini futures, the S&P. Again, we hit an intraday high yesterday of about 44.22. We're now at 43.81. Again, cause for concern? Not really. Go ahead and put yourself where we were last Monday. And again, we had the dip on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. And you could see here, nice little pop, little drop. So a couple things are fighting the market. Remember the Chinese, SEC now just said they're going to be really cracking down on Chinese IPOs. Keep that in mind. That's going to hurt Baba, Tencent, Baidu, all the Chinese names, Neo. Delta variant causes spiking in cases. Again, we've seen this before. I'm not a scientist, so I can't really give you all the medical details. Is it something to worry about? Yeah, of course. That's going to be something that's the big elephant in the room, that if we have any kind of another lockdown, Biden administration said he's not against having another lockdown. Again, that's where we are. So if you're thinking that we're going to have another spike in COVID cases or the Delta variant is going to get worse, then you want to take a look at an Amazon, because they're going to be benefiting. Apple's going to benefit. Google's going to benefit. Microsoft's going to benefit. All the stay-at-home names, Zoom, Peloton, Roku, Netflix, they are going to benefit from that. So again, there is opportunities out there. If we do have another lockdown or more COVID cases or stuff like that, Amazon is really going to outperform. So again, you may be happy if you did buy it, or you may be happy that we fell a little bit and gave you an opportunity. Just a heads up. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ here. NASDAQ had QQQ calls, didn't work out. That's what happens. We broke below the 200-day here on the hourly. Anything to really worry about? Not really, because we're looking at the daily here. All this is really Amazon, and you can see we're way above major moving averages. 14,320 is the 50-day moving average. It's been holding that. Really, the level you want to take a look at as your next support or the NASDAQ is around 13,881. That is a buy signal right at the 100-day moving average. Why do I say that? Because E-mini futures do follow the 50-day moving average almost to the T. The last time we had a dip, that was like really a buy signal. And you could see it right there, the 50, it broke 50, the 50, the 50, broke the 50, the 50, broke the 50, broke the 50. So this is last year. But again, for really the past 9 months, the 50-day moving average has really given us a guide as a bounce off point for E-mini futures, which is the S&P. So something to think about. That's what I'll be watching for. But again, not going long here on S&P or anything like that. We do have a new month coming up. I'm watching Russell 2000 Index, IWM, of course. There is a level here that we did break, but then we came back down, obviously, with this VIX spiking up. But it is holding that 50-day. Again, take a look at Russell when it breaks 225.1, or so 2251. Again, that's a nice breakout point. We broke right above it. Again, if we can retest it, again, I doubt it will be a triple top. We'll probably get to around 2281, 2300. So take a look at IWM. IWM may be worth a shot. You can see we broke 224 and came back down. Again, still hugging the 50. Target is right around 227.05. So that's where we are. Okay, let's talk about some pre-market movers. Let me go ahead and move this bad boy over. Great. Pinterest down 19%. Remember I talked about Pinterest the other day. Pinterest, again, I was expecting a nice gap up, especially with Snap and Twitter beating their earnings and doing well. but Snap didn't do so well. Obviously, I did not read their call. I had the in-laws over, so I didn't really get a chance to. That's why I didn't do an aftermarket recap. My apologies. We're at 58.25 now. We're right around here. Support right around 55. If you are an investor in pins or you want to get into pins, 55 is a really good level to buy. Again, really deep discount. Last time we had a big fall like that, we filled the gap, which was right around May. So you could see we fell and then we filled that gap. So again, I'm gonna keep an eye on Pinterest for future calls so we can fill that gap, which we'll have a gap down today. Again, it won't be for next week or anything like that, but keep an eye. If you like Pinterest, let's say you're a big fan of the stock, I don't own any, but 55 would be a really good number to buy. Again, you'll be getting a nice deep discount from the highs or the median range of around 70s. So good stuff. Again, I have the Pinterest app. My wife uses it mostly, but again, I have a lot of tech stocks to begin with. So with that being said, let's see what else is moving. Get my glasses on. Let me go and move this back. Dow Jones stocks, Apple down 0.89%, Microsoft down 0.87%, Procter & Gamble is up. Again, the Delta variants, again, a little scare. Those scares or those headlines are really going to be pushing more of the consumer staples. These are the names that that are the safe names. Walmart's, the Costco's, the Targets. You still have to shop. You still got to eat. General Mills, Kellogg's, the boring ones. The ones that just give you a dividend. Coca-Cola, Pepsi. They're going to be fine. Even Walmart's down. So there you go. Let's take a look. Chevron also report earnings. They're up 0.81%. That's energy. AMD down 1% from yesterday. I mean, what? Come on. I mean, what a hell of a move. Congratulations if you caught that. Colgate-Palmolive, another staple, they're down 1.233%. Tesla's down 0.79%. A lot of people talking about Tesla, guys. Tesla, guys, you need 700 or at least 695 to do anything special. Granted, we have AI Day coming in August. A lot of people are making their bets for that date. I saw a lot of volume for like out of the money calls, like 840s and 850s. But again, you want 700 first before you do anything on Tesla. And I'm a Tesla shareholder. I'm a Tesla bull. But again, be careful. I want you guys to be prudent with those kind of moves. Ford, again, after their earnings beat, they're down 0.83%. So again, expect kind of a red day today for anything, maybe some sideways action. Maybe we get a little bit of a dip buying, but Amazon is really dragging down the market now, and the COVID headline scares with the Delta variant and increased hospitalizations. That's where we are in this world. That's as all it's going to be. So I'm going to keep my eyes on Amazon, obviously, and go from there. Let's go and answer some questions. Do you think it's still a good time to buy cruise lines and Delta dip? I don't like cruise lines. I think airlines are better than cruise lines, personally. What stocks are you watching in the coming weeks? To buy, Amazon will be something I'll be watching. Facebook I'll be watching as well. Really, those two are the ones possibly that I could possibly make a move. Other than that, at these levels, really not a lot of attractiveness to really buy. Again, we're still kind of high up in the range of stocks. We really haven't had a fall yet. August and September, due to seasonality, remember, it's one of the weaker times in the market. So keep that in mind before we have a push in October and November. BABA puts, they have a downward gap to fill. Yeah. And I own BABA stock. So again, you can see how much pain I've been in. So there's a lot of gaps. This was filled already. So I don't see the downward gap that you're speaking of unless I'm talking about the daily. Yeah, you could see 187. I honestly wouldn't touch it because we had a little bounce back. So again, one headline, BABA can hit. So I would not do BABA puts. Which direction are you looking today, particular names today? Really, I'm looking at Amazon today. That's really the most I'm looking for. It is a Friday. So again, kind of let the week go. We had a really great week. No real reason to push any risk. Good morning. Solijan was asking about RTY. Let's see it here. RTY is the Russell. 2250 is your level. 2250. All right, calling early this morning. I don't know who that is. Hey, Carlos, good morning. If we're seeing any pullbacks or correction to August, September weeks. Okay, so Carmen's asking about the pullback. Okay, we are going to get a pullback in August, September based on seasonality, mind you. And just that's based on seasonality. Does that mean we're going to have a correction? Guys, really understand the terminology. Correction means more than a down 10% fall. So that means from where we are currently, 43.81, right? We're going to fall, what? That would be 438 points. If you think that's what we're going to get, that means we're going to be below 4,000. I really doubt that. I don't think that's going to happen. Will we have a little bit of a fall? Sure, of course. I mean, guys, stocks do go down too. So again, that's expected. But again, a 10% fall? No, that would be a correction. I don't foresee that happening whatsoever. Good morning. Good morning. Moderna mRNA. Moderna, again, is expensive, so be very careful. If you're looking at buying calls, it needs to break 362, which is the high. Again, you're flagging on the 1 hour, which is nice. But again, remains to be seen what will Moderna will do, but it's an absolute monster. Nvidia is looking decent here. I looked at the chart here. We were looking at the breakout of this wedge here, and let me go and bring up the daily. Obviously, it's down pre-market, but you could see this nice breakout right here of that wedge. But we just broke down here pre-market. Again, tech moving along with Amazon. That's all. So again, I expect them to bounce here, probably get back to 196, maybe in a couple of days. But again, it still looks decent. But again, this is all pre-market mover. It's all about how we open, if anything. How big of a buyback do you think Apple should make? That's really up to them. I mean, they buy back a lot of stock, so we'll see. Will growth still bounce in Q4 like you were saying? Yes, growth will bounce back in Q4. Do you know of any trusted companies to buy physical gold from? Yes. This is where I buy my coins. I have some coins, not tons. It's called atmex.com. That is a trusted company. I bought bars and coins from them. I own one platinum coin, some gold coins, silver coins, and silver bars and gold bars, if you're into that. Again, it's just collectibles. I have them in my safe. Thoughts on this PTC drop? PTC. I don't know much about PTC, to be completely honest with you. But again, I'm assuming that was earnings fall. If you look at the daily again, they have, I think that's considered with reporting earnings at 133. And you can see it's basically back in range. If you're looking to buy, maybe that 200-day moving average of 126, if not lower, 122, if you want to buy back. I don't know if they have any options, so that's it. Palantir I love and I own, but I hate trading it. Do not trade Palantir. Put your hands up in the sky and say, I will not trade Palantir, because it is an absolute pain in the ass to trade, just like DraftKings, and I love both shares. Again, if you want to do anything to the upside, it has got to break 23. Again, that 23 level has just been, just the last couple of days has just not been broken. So let's say if we put it right here, see if I could put this alert. So right around 23.11, that's your level here, and then you can have 24.65. But until then, just own it, don't trade it, make life easy. Thoughts on Chipotle? Chipotle is such a great stock. I wish I bought it. It's an expensive name, obviously, in terms of the stock price, $18.46. They're really pushing the new technology of mobile ordering and everything. Chipotle is a great company. If you want to own it, go for it. It's part of the thesis of anything that you consume or enjoy. You should definitely buy shares of that company. So yes, CMG is great. Absolutely a great company. If you want to initiate a position here, I'd possibly wait a little bit. Maybe 1822, save a couple of bucks. Maybe 1800. If that's 1735, if you can really wait, because obviously with seasonality, we'll probably get a little bit of a fall. All right, we'll go ahead and leave it there, guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. Fridays obviously are the weekend, so I'm not going to do a market recap. Well, I don't do them on weekends anyways. I'll be out of town for the weekend. So Monday, I will not be doing a morning note because I will not be home. I'll be traveling back home. I will send out a Reuters morning note, all that stuff, but no YouTube on Monday. YouTube Premium, I'll catch you on Tuesday. And that's really much it. New month, rock and roll, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for all the Google reviews. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the kind words. Congratulations this week on AMD and Disney. I'm very proud of you guys. The DMs you guys have sent, wow, I'm so proud of you guys. You did an amazing job. We'll leave it at that, guys. G.A.R Capital FX.com is the website. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll catch you guys later.